Today's video, we're going to talk about Meta multi-advertiser ads tested. Tested the multi-advertiser ads that Facebook has, and what I have back to report back is that these sometimes will make you more profit from your ads than you had before. So if you're trying to decide whether or not you should have that checkbox that is there within your campaign to check or not check, to decide if you want to do this or not, this video, by the end of the video and by the time you end up finishing it, you'll know exactly whether or not you want to do this or not. Because there's key situations where you will make money and key situations where you won't make money, or should I say lose more money specifically than you were apt to lose as before without it. So, with that said, I will go through two different examples of where we tested this out specifically so we can understand as good as possible whether this is going to apply to your business or not. That is, you're going to make more money or lose more money with the multi-advertiser ads. And then with that, everything else that you basically need to know going into this as to why this actually works or doesn't work to your advantage or against you, so you can walk away from the video with everything you need to know whether you should use this feature in your account or not. So with that said, going into the content, Facebook is turning into Google, sneaking in extra ad impressions that you need to pay for that nobody normally would want, per se. Google's kind of already, they naturally are going to be more efficient about understanding their users and therefore be able to sell their ad space for more than what they had before. Facebook, though, is kind of hitting a roadblock with it because with all the privacy issues, therefore they had to strip a lot of the hyper-targeting options that you had within your Facebook account. In order for Facebook to make, or should I say Meta in this case now, for Meta to make more money from their ad space that they have available, because there's only so many users to get in front of, and the platform's not growing anymore per se, at least in developed markets. In order to make more money, what they're trying to do is find more ads to put in front of people. And they have done that with the multi-advertiser ads to convince primarily the big brands that normally focus on cost per milli or cost per 1,000 times that the ad shows up versus cost per sale, which smaller businesses have to focus on or primarily focus on in order to juice the numbers, the quarterly numbers, so that they can make more money and, pump their stock price up ultimately. That is, big companies, what they do when they're going to run ads for Oreo or Bud Light or whatever, they actually go out there and they buy ad space and they look at the cost of what it costs to have 1,000 times showing of their ads as the primary metric as to whether or not they want to advertise someplace else. And so with that, with this update that Facebook did, multi-advertiser ads, they found, a way to have the ad show up for more people within their platform. So therefore giving them turnkey additional revenue opportunity, or an opportunity to generate revenue on their platform with that. Okay. Now, and basically ad space that most people wouldn't opt in by default, but they snuck it in there with the rest of your ads so that you immediately start to buying it. So, which the feature is selected by default as well on top of it. Multi-advertiser ads get your ads in front of the same people that you need to get in front of normally anyway. That is, it's not just going to start having your ads randomly show up for people. If you needed to get in front of Joe Smith, because Joe Smith has all the individual traits that match your targeting options, you will still get in front of Joe Smith, not Jane Smith, with the multi-advertiser ads. But what you may certainly see or should see is a drop in your click-through rates with this option selected, because what this does is when you click on within an ad, it's going to have other ads show up underneath that ad, and those other ads you're not going to really normally pay attention to. It's just there. So therefore, the click-through rate that you see on your campaigns overall will go down once this is selected. Also, the quality of the lead, if you're using lead generation ads, that is instead of sending people to your landing page, if you're allowing people to fill out a form within the ad itself, if you use that specific type of ad, what you should also see with multi-advertiser ads as well, if you enable this feature, is less quality leads, given one of the things that they've done with this feature is have it so that if you click on the ad and ultimately are going to fill out the form, it allows you to fill out the form of a bunch of other people, a bunch of other advertisers at the same time as well, which basically juices the numbers for Facebook in a different way. That is, if you are trying to optimize for cost per form fill, this will be able to give them the opportunity to get form fills for a cheaper price for their advertisers. So then that gives them the capability to have your ad show up in other places that won't convert, maybe poor audiences for people that have low incomes or whatever. They couldn't necessarily sell before because those ad spots don't convert, but because they have this opportunity over here to get a low cost conversion, they could mix in some of the bad placements with the fact that they got a cheaper conversion over here with the multi-advertiser ads, in that you could actually opt in for 4 or 5 different things all at once when you fill out the form for one advertiser, if you follow me. So, and with this, obviously, if somebody's going to opt in for somebody else's stuff, and with one checkbox, they can opt into your stuff, that lead's not going to be the same quality than if they would have saw your full ad, by any means, that is, and only opted into your stuff. In fact, the lead quality should go down by more than half in that situation. For what we've basically personally noticed with this, with and without doing it and using lead generation ads specifically, so I'll confirm that for you right up front. So basically, long story short, you have lead generation ads on Facebook. You should see the lead quality that you're getting from those campaigns go significantly down, over 50% or more, if you're using the multi-advertiser ad feature with that particular campaign and lead generation ad that you're running within that campaign. Okay, so know that about multi-advertiser ads up front. The click-through rate, even though it does go down on your campaign, the cost per click, though, should remain the same, given that, yes, you're getting shown more, but so is everybody else, and those additional placements is going to get the same click-through rate for everybody, basically speaking, so that the cost per click that you're paying should remain the same either way, because it ends up being a wash. Okay? Now, in terms of results, in terms of profitability, where the rubber meets the road. Okay? If your ads were already profitable before trying this multi-advertiser ad feature out, your ad should only get more profitable. So in other words, if your ads are already profitable, you should use this feature. Why? Because it's going to get you more impressions, more showings in front of the audience that's already profitable to you. Anytime you can get an additional impression in front of an audience that's already working, you only have more opportunity to make more money to a limit. Obviously, you can't show an ad to somebody who's a Grand Slam prospect 10 million times and have that work out quite the way that you want it to. But for all practical purposes, it will always make you more money going deeper on audiences that are already profitable to you. So that's why you would want to activate multi-advertiser ads if your campaign's already profitable. We did this for an auto parts store that sells performance auto parts. We got a 14+% increase in profitability from our campaign that we were running for a particular item within the performance auto parts space. With that, before and then versus after. So there's no way to single out, by the way, the performance of the multi-advertiser ad clicks, but you obviously can do like what we did, and I already did the work for you, so you don't have to, and look at your results both before and after activating it for a respectable period of time. So what we found in this particular case with the performance auto part that we were selling here, after activating it, we got a 14% increase in profitability. That is, we got more clicks, slightly more clicks, a lot more impressions, more penetration of our audience that was working, and then therefore more profitability out of our ads, okay? Now, if your ads aren't profitable yet, it only makes them more so less profitable if you activate multi-advertiser ads in that scenario. So if your ads are not profitable and you think activating multi-advertiser ads is going to dig yourself out of that hole, it's actually only going to dig you deeper as per what we found. So for a day spa, we activated this feature. Now, if you're wondering why you were running a campaign that wasn't profitable, the reality is Facebook ads, as is with other online ads that you're going to run, there's a ramp-up period of time where you got to gather data with your campaigns, and especially so with Facebook, Google, anything that's got AI and algorithms driving the performance of and results from your ad campaigns. So what you're paying for in the beginning is just a buildup of data that is going to tell the algorithm how to run your ads profitably, and that can take several months at the beginning. So for Day Spa, we were not to hitting profitability yet, and sometimes you will never get there in terms of profitability. Usually you will. It's just a matter of how much money you got to spend to collect the minimum amount of data to be profitable, assuming you have you're selling something that is marketable and you have average ad copy and stuff like that. But in that case, our profit went down an additional negative 9%. So it was already net negative ROI on that campaign, but it went down even further when we activated this feature. So because getting shown more to an audience that doesn't work naturally is just going to make you make less money. So bottom line, moral of the story here, if it's a campaign that's not making money, turn it off. When your campaign is making money, turn it on, because you're only going to make more money getting shown more to that audience. You'll get a few extra clicks. The clicks that you get will ultimately help you make more money because they're clicks that normally would be profitable to you from that audience, and you just now get a little bit more penetration from that audience. Okay? Naturally, even though the click-through rate on those multi-advertiser ad spots that you're going to get shown up underneath your competitor's ads or another ad, really it's just another ad, not a competitor's ad per se, most of the time. And you're not going to get many more clicks in that situation. The click-through rate on those placements will be low. The clicks you do get, they actually are going to be, profitable or just as profitable as other clicks in front of that same audience. So there's no difference in the quality of the click per se that you get where you can click through. Now that obviously is in contradiction to what I said about lead gen ads, where they're filling out the form. But in terms of people clicking through the ad, that's a whole different story. Quality of the click there is going to be just as good. So anyway, hopefully that all makes sense. Go ahead and run it on any campaign that you got that's profitable. You never have to just rely on me and the information I provide for you guys on this channel. Go ahead and see what kind of a conversion lift you can get. Run your ads for 90 days with this multi-advertiser feature turned on. See what the lift in sales and profit is. Compare that to what you had before and see for yourself how it will work. But I can tell you from 90%, from my experience, 90% confidence that you're going to make more money than you were making before when this feature is turned on. So go ahead and turn it on. If you're not making money, turn it off until you start making money. Your click-through rate's going to go down as a result of turning this on, but that doesn't matter. Ignore that because your other competition's also going to have lower click-through rates as a result of turning this on. Therefore, it's not going to affect you. And if you're using lead generation ads, don't turn it on because the quality of leads you're going to get is actually going to be less. Unless, for instance, though, you're already getting insane ROI on your lead generation ads. And in that case, you should actually still turn it on. Because even though a lesser quality lead comes through, if that lead's already, getting you a 1,500% ROI, and the additional leads you got now are getting you a 750% ROI, it's still profitable enough. In that case, you should actually still do it. So anyway, that kind of spells out multi-advertiser ads, what I found out about them so far. Obviously, you should try this for yourself because there's a great opportunity here to make an additional 10 or so % more profit from the ad campaigns you already, spent money and a lot of time and hard work to figure out how to run a profitable campaign and make it and take it to the next, additional level, if you will. So, and I did all the work testing this for you, so you don't have to. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment or a question on this channel, usually within a couple days' time, or more so lately, like 24 hours time. You can, by the way, ask me any ad-related question you'd like to ask. And with my 15 years of ad experience, I'll try to give you the best information I can to put you on the right track with things. I do that just as a way to say thank you for watching the channel and helping the channel grow. If you are looking for the great information that's going to be able to help you put you in a position to make millions of dollars in sales and profit a year for your business, running online ads for your business, this is the channel you want to subscribe to, as all the information you find on the channel is coming from me directly, which is someone who manages dozens of ad accounts on an ongoing basis for clients specifically. So in 40 hours a week, all I do is just work on ad strategy and testing what works and what doesn't work. And I give you firsthand information about what works and what doesn't work. Most of the other information you're going to find on YouTube as well as online is people that sell courses who aren't running ads, or they run an agency but they don't do ad strategy all day long, or they manage a couple campaigns. They don't have the breadth of knowledge I do. So therefore, this is the channel you want to subscribe to if you're serious about making money online, and you want to subscribe to it now versus later. With that said, if you like the channel and you already know this is quality information, you can find other information for myself on my blog that I personally write at guaranteedppc.com/blog. I've got literal step-by-step strategies that you can use to bolt on to what you're doing with your ads now and make more money than you're making now, with step-by-step instructions and screenshots on how to set campaigns up. So on this channel, we give you high-level information about what general stuff works. That's where you can go, where you can find actual step-by-step strategies if you want to supplement everything I'm teaching you on this channel, which you should. And if you like the channel, you're going to love my blog even more. I promise you that. So you should check that out as well. I run an ad agency here named Guaranteed PPC. This is my sole thing that I do outside of, I invest in a few e-commerce companies on the side as well. But with that, what we do here is very unique in that we do not charge our clients fees until we get them more results, more profit, more profitability from their campaigns than what they started with. We're the only agency out there that does that. That is, we got to bring you more profit from your campaigns than you had before. More profit even after considering the fees that we charge, or we don't charge any fees at all. With that said, the catch is that we got to know we can get great results for you before we take you on as a client. But if you want to see if we can work together in that kind of capacity, you should definitely reach out to me at guaranteedppc.com. I'd be more than happy to give you a free assessment to look at what you're doing and what the potential could be, and give you some estimates about how much results we could give you in addition to what you have now, or with a new campaign that you're looking to start up potentially as well. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me at guaranteedppc.com. As a side, if you're not looking to have an ad agency work on your stuff, totally understand that. But if we've worked in your niche market before, you can use all the ads, the landing pages, the campaign templates that we developed for your market in the last few years, and just copy and paste those results into your own ad account to get the same results we are in a different geographic market. As long as you're in a different city, town, country, whatever, than our current client, you can use everything we developed to get fantastic results in a different geographic area, in your geographic area that you're targeting, and it's all fair game. And it'll be way cheaper and way less time consuming to figure out how to do and get to the real results in your market on your own than what we could give you in terms of a copyable copy-paste, where you can copy and paste the template of what works in your market. We've worked in over 100 different niche markets in the last 10 years running this agency, of which, so therefore the chances are high, we've already done all the hard work for you, figured out the ultimate best way to run ads in your market, for the most part, what that is. And therefore, you should, definitely see if we have a template for you, and at the very least, find out what results we've got in your space before. We've got people that use these templates to start other whole new businesses, where you want to start an e-commerce business. Ultimately, if you're in a different country than our client, that, whether, you want to sell printer toner, which we have a template for that. You want to sell printer toner in your country and have a turnkey way to do it via Google Ads, we have a template that will work to make printer toner fly off the shelves in your country in a turnkey way, literally speaking. So, with that, if you don't want to do e-commerce, you want to sell leads, we've got a great template that can generate leads at rock bottom rates in a number of different industries, which is a great passive income business idea where you can generate leads and sell those leads to people in that particular niche area, which, you're taking everything we've basically spent to learn over years to generate leads at rock bottom costs in one city, and you can apply it in your city and then sell leads to all the people in your city, if you're interested in an opportunity like that, you can definitely reach out to me at guaranteeppc.com as well. But I'll wrap everything up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.